going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a little I wouldn't say mod, it's more for my sake. As you can tell by the title, we're doing a dash cam install, so kind of just so for my protection. Excuse me, jeez, just getting over a cold. For my sake, I'm doing the dash cam install, so get into that, start videoing everything. Just be a quick little video. Bought it at Best Buy, it was on sale, so yeah, we'll get into that, start it, get going, and I'll show you the process while we do it. So get started, guys. Alright, so it's actually a couple days after. As I was videoing this video and doing everything, I noticed that the front camera doesn't accept the rear camera, so I called Best Buy, talked to them. They said, yeah, return it, it's okay if you return it. So I returned it and ended up going to another store, and I bought the X550, which is one step up, that allows you to actually do a dual camera setup. So I actually have it in right now. Like I said, it's been a couple days, so I just ran the front one for a couple days because I just did it right in the driveway. It ended up having the same cord, so I didn't have to pull the other cord out that I already ran. So basically now we're just going to go through the steps of putting the rear camera in, because actually the rear camera that I bought, hold on, let me pop the trunk. The rear camera setup that I bought also doesn't work. So I'll just use this car here. That's the new front camera, the X550 by ThinkWire. It's the same camera setup and everything, just runs the dual camera setup. And now the new rear camera is compatible. If you see, it actually says X550 on it, so it's actually compatible with the X550. So we're gonna go ahead and run that now, and then I'll show you guys like the whole setup process, because now I still got to set up the rear camera anyway. The front one, all it is you just plug it in, it runs its factory settings, which is more than enough than what I need. Eventually I'm going to get the hard mount kit, just so I have it running at night, because the new one actually has like a theft thing, so it doesn't shut off and it doesn't really kill your battery that much. So I talked to a couple of people that have them, so it'd be nice to actually have my camera working 24/7 then rather than only when you turn the car on and off, because when it's plugged in the lighter, it shuts off when you turn the car off because it has no more power. So I'm gonna do that eventually, but for now it's just gonna be when it's on and off. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw you guys on the tripod, finish the end of it, and then kind of give you guys a little walkthrough of how it works. Alright, so the new rear camera is actually the same size as the old one. It just has a different input plug. So yeah, the cable's a little bit different. That's the reason why it didn't work with the X550 or the X330 or 530 or whatever the other one was. I can't remember what the other one was now. Yeah, so the rear camera doesn't work with the new one, the X550, so that's why I had to switch it. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, throw a little time lapse on, and get her done.
See you on TV, sunset shit done changed. Ever since we was on, I dreamed it all. Ever since I was young, they said I won't be nothing. Now they always say congratulations. Worked so hard, forgot how to vacation. They ain't never had the dedication. People hating, say we're changing, look, we made it. Yeah, we made it. Say congratulations.
Okay, so I got the crawl under here. Same process as the other side that I ran for the camera that goes up and across. It's exactly the same way. I ran here. I did it so that I can put a piece of loom or something here to cover both these wires that goes up, so it kind of looks like it's factory, and then run it across here. You pull out the top pillar piece, this just kind of unclips. Feed it through the airbag on the opposite side so the airbag can still deploy this way and you don't get hit by the thing coming off the dash or off the window. And then it just tucks underneath the rubber piece all the way across. Feed it through the B pillar, and then same thing, pull the rubber down, push it across. So I'm gonna throw the front back together real quick and then continue with the rear. Just kind of pause to show you what's going on exactly. Alright, so the rear, I apologize, that's really dark. There we go. Again, this piece was out, the rubber piece, as you can see. Wire came through here, ran it inside, like underneath this, under the headliner. Then I just popped out, there's this little seatbelt piece on clips, move the seatbelt out of the way. And then you can actually, I don't know if you'll be able to see the wire now, but it comes down here, over the seatbelt, under the trim panel. And this is actually where I'm going to tuck all the extra wire, because there's a lot of wire still left. So I'm going to tuck the extra wire in here, so you can't see it. And put the camera basically in line with this at the back. So I'm going to put that in. I'm not going to fully hard mount it yet. I want to see how it looks. So I'm just going to plug it in real quick, set it there, and then go up to the front and take a look at the camera and see how it looks.
A few moments later.
So now it's going to turn on. Gives you like a reading. And there we go.
GPS
So
connected.
top corner shows me now my rear camera. When it's not there, it doesn't show it. It's actually not a bad view from where I have it. I'm going to play around with it and show you a final spot. I think that's pretty good, actually, to be honest. You can see mostly everything. A lot of the, oh, my screen turns. I have it set so the screen goes off after so many minutes. Come back. There we go. So I can fill around with it, show you its final location, and then yeah, we'll come back to it when I'm sitting here with that final location. Looks like you don't have to do any sort of settings. Everything's already preset, so which is nice. Only if you want to do like timer modes and stuff like that for like 24-hour circulation, you can actually go through the settings and change how much of each you want it to record or save. I have it saved so most of it's runtime, and then when it's off, because it always turns off now, it doesn't stay on all the time. So I have it recorded so it records most of its time on that 32 gig memory card because I kept the 32 gig and the 8 I'm not going to use. So that's what it's doing right now. There's like 3 or 4 settings you can play around with. You can also have it so it records voice. I have it turned on so it records voice as well. Just in case anything ever happens, you can still hear what's going on in the car. You take it back. If you are that paranoid when you take it to the dealer, you know exactly what's going on at the dealer. I know our dealership personally unplugs them, but if it's hard mounted, you can't unplug it. So that's one thing that you can do. So yeah, I'm gonna set up that rear one real quick, fiddle around with it back and forth, and then show you the final product.
One eternity later.
All right, so I figured it out. I have it so you cannot see it in my rearview mirror at all. It's stuck to the glass. I was hoping I didn't have to, but I did. And then I angled it from the driver's side over. So I'll switch to the rear view camera screen because you can actually switch screens back and forth on this. So that's my rear view. You can see most of the rear, which is nice, just in case anything ever happens in an accident. At least I have video footage of it. And then when you click this little button, the second one from the top or the top one? Second one from the top, you can cycle your camera views. So we're back to the front, set it where you like it, and then your actual rear view goes there. So again, ran the wires up and across. Everything's put away nice and tight now. I'm not overly fond of where the rear camera goes, but it is what it is. It's on the glass right there. You can kind of see the wire goes down. It runs along this back piece. I could take this out, but I really don't want to. So it just runs across. And then I tucked it in underneath this trim piece here, all the way across. Pop the seat back. You just pop this out. This piece unclips, and it came with like twist ties. It came with some twist ties, so I just used the twist ties it came with, twist tied it all together, and then kind of like tucked it up in here. So yeah, it worked out well. Pretty happy with the way it came out. I'm gonna run with it for a little while here. Ooh, that's the wrong way. There we go. I'm gonna run with it for a little while, and then I'll give you guys kind of like an update video on what I think of it. Excuse me. I like the way the front works already, so I mean the back should be the same way. At night it works well with the headlights and everything. It's got like a night vision, so that works nice. From the outside you can't really see it. I just have really dark tint, so the wire actually I can see runs here up, and the camera's like right there. If you really pay attention, I don't know if you'll be able to see it through the glass, but you can see the wire goes like this. That's okay. So thank you all for watching. Catch you guys in the next video. Have a good one.
Say congratulations.